The quantum sensors aboard the TSS Hawking chirped their familiar song as Commander Sarah Chen stared into the depths of the Kuiper Belt. 17 years of deep space exploration had taught her that space held countless mysteries, but nothing could have prepared her for what they were about to discover. "Commander, we're picking up unusual energy signatures from object HX 2247. Lieutenant Marcus Rodriguez reported, his dark eyes fixed on the holographic display. It's not natural." The object in question had initially been classified as another unremarkable chunk of ice and rock, one of thousands dotting the outer reaches of our solar system. But as the Hawking drew closer, its true nature became apparent. Beneath millennia of cosmic dust and ice lay something distinctly artificial. "Full stop. Maintain distance at 50,000 kilometers," Sarah ordered, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. This wasn't humanity's first encounter with alien technology, but something about this discovery felt different. The energy signature pulsed with a rhythm that seemed almost alive. Dr. Amara Patel, the ship's xenorchaeologist, joined them on the bridge, her tablet displaying real-time analysis of the object. "Commander, those energy patterns, they're not random. They're forming a repeating sequence, like a beacon or a warning." Before Sarah could respond, the object suddenly flared to life. A burst of energy washed over the Hawking, temporarily disrupting their systems. As the screens flickered back to life, they displayed something that would change the course of human history forever. Projected before them was a holographic message, its alien symbols automatically translating themselves into human language through patterns their AI recognized. The message was clear and terrifying. "The Syrian Armada approaches. They seek what was hidden. Prepare or perish." The next 48 hours aboard the Hawking were a blur of activity. Teams worked around the clock to document and analyze every aspect of the alien artifact. But it was Dr. Patel's discovery in the early hours of the second day that truly shook them. "These markings," she explained to the gathered crew, her hands trembling slightly as she manipulated the 3D projection, "they're not just a warning. They're blueprints. Whoever left this here wanted us to be ready." The blueprints revealed technology far beyond current human capabilities. Quantum shields, gravitational weapons, and something called a neural mesh that seemed to integrate organic consciousness with artificial intelligence. But more importantly, they showed the weakness of their approaching enemy. As Sarah prepared her report for Earth's United Defense Council, she couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery wasn't coincidence. The artifact had activated specifically in response to human presence, as if it had been waiting for us all along. The return journey to Earth was tense. Every crew member knew they carried information that would forever change their world. But it wasn't until they entered the inner solar system that they realized how little time they had left. The long-range sensors picked them up first. Massive objects decelerating from faster-than-light travel, their energy signatures matching exactly what the artifact had warned them about. The Syrian Armada had arrived sooner than anyone could have predicted. Sarah's first glimpse of the alien ships sent chills down her spine. They were beautiful in their terrible efficiency. Geometric patterns of dark metal that seemed to absorb both light and hope. The leading edge of the Armada was already passing Jupiter's orbit. "Send the emergency broadcast," Sarah commanded. "All channels, all frequencies, and prepare the artifact data for immediate transmission." As humanity's first warning of the impending invasion raced toward Earth at the speed of light, Sarah gathered her crew for what might be their final briefing. The artifact wasn't just a warning, she told them, her voice firm with conviction. It was a choice. Someone out there believed we deserved a chance to survive. Now we have to prove them right. The Hawking's eye calculated they had perhaps 72 hours before the Armada reached Earth. 3 days for humanity to prepare for a war unlike anything they had ever faced. 3 days to understand and implement technology that could reshape their entire civilization. But as Sarah watched her crew move with determined precision, she felt something unexpected. Hope. Humanity had always thrived when pushed to its limits. Now, facing extinction, She knew they would either evolve or die trying. The artifact's final message played through her mind. They seek what was hidden. Whatever the Xerian Armada was looking for, whatever ancient secret lay buried in their solar system, humanity now stood as its unwitting guardians. And Sarah Chen, along with every human being in the solar system, would soon discover exactly what they were capable of when their backs were against the wall. As the Hawking raced toward Earth, carrying their precious cargo of alien knowledge, the first waves of the Xerian Armada began their methodical advance through the solar system. Humanity's greatest test was about to begin, and their only advantages were a mysterious artifact's warning and humanity's endless capacity to defy impossible odds. Earth's response to the Hawking's warning was unprecedented in human history. For the first time, all nations united under a single banner, not out of choice but necessity. The United Defense Council's emergency session lasted just 4 hours before implementing the Guardian Protocol. Dr. Kira Yoshida stood in the heart of humanity's last hope, a converted particle accelerator facility deep beneath the Swiss Alps. Around her, thousands of scientists and engineers worked in carefully orchestrated chaos, racing to understand and replicate the alien technologies revealed by the artifact. The neural mesh is the key, she explained to General Marcus Way, her hands dancing through holographic schematics. It's not just a weapon system. It's an entirely new way of processing reality. The aliens who left us these blueprints understood that our greatest strength isn't our technology, it's our adaptability. The neural mesh prototype gleamed on the workbench before them, a lattice of quantum circuits and bioneural interfaces that seemed to shift and flow like liquid mercury. Early tests had shown it could enhance human cognitive processing by orders of magnitude, but more importantly, it could link multiple minds together in ways that transcended normal human consciousness. Above ground, the world transformed. Every major manufacturing facility on Earth retooled for war production. Satellite networks were reconfigured into early warning systems. And in orbit, the hastily assembled Earth Defense Fleet prepared for its first real test. Admiral Helena Santos watched from the bridge of the EDF Resilient as the fleet conducted its first coordinated maneuvers. The ships were a hodgepodge of converted civilian vessels and experimental military craft, but they carried humanity's first attempts at replicating the artifact's defensive technologies. Status report on the quantum shields, she demanded, eyes fixed on the tactical display showing the Xerian Armada's inexorable advance. Operating at 47% theoretical capacity, her XO reported. The power requirements are enormous, but they're stable. The real question is whether they'll hold against whatever weapons the Xerians bring. The answer came sooner than anyone expected. A lone Xerian scout ship appeared at the edge of lunar orbit, its dark hull seeming to bend space around it. Before the defense fleet could react, it launched a single projectile toward Earth. The quantum shields around the lunar base flared to life, their ethereal barrier catching the alien weapon. For a moment, reality itself seemed to warp and twist. When the distortion cleared, a quarter of the shield grid had failed, but the base remained intact. Analysis, Helena barked. It's like nothing we've ever seen, the science officer stammered. The weapon wasn't trying to destroy the shields. It was trying to rewrite the quantum states of everything within them. If it had hit, the implications were clear. The Xerians didn't just want to destroy humanity. They wanted to fundamentally change the nature of space-time itself in their target area. Whatever they were searching for, they were willing to rewrite reality to find it. Back in the underground facility, Dr. Yoshida made a breakthrough that changed everything. As she studied the artifact's data about the neural mesh, she discovered something hidden in the quantum fluctuations of its processing matrix. It's not just a defense system, she told the Emergency Council. The mesh, when properly tuned, can detect and interact with quantum-level anomalies in spacetime. The Xerians aren't just looking for something, they're looking for a specific quantum signature, and according to these readings, it's coming from Earth itself. General Way's expression darkened. Are you saying whatever these aliens are willing to rewrite reality to find has been here all along? Not exactly, Kira replied, pulling up a complex diagram. I'm saying Earth itself is what they're looking for. Something about our planet's quantum signature is unique, different from standard spacetime. We're not just fighting for survival anymore. We're protecting something fundamental to reality itself. The revelation sparked a new urgency in the defense preparations. If Earth itself was the target, traditional concepts of victory and defeat became meaningless. They weren't just fighting for their species anymore. They were fighting for the very nature of reality in their corner of the universe. As the main body of the Syrian Armada crossed Mars' orbit, humanity prepared for its first major test. The neural mesh technology had been successfully replicated and enhanced, ready for deployment to key military personnel. The quantum shields, while not fully understood, provided a fighting chance against the reality-warping weapons of their enemy. Admiral Santos stood on her bridge, watching the final preparations. The combined fleets of humanity, nearly 10,000 ships strong, moved into defensive formations around Earth and its colonies. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and facing technology they barely understood. But they had one advantage that Syrians couldn't match: the desperate creativity of a species fighting for its very existence. All ships, battle stations, she commanded, her voice carried to every vessel in the fleet. Whatever happens next, remember this: we are not just fighting for ourselves. We are fighting for the right of reality itself to exist as it is. We are the guardians not just of Earth, but of the very nature of space-time in this sector of space, and we will not fail. As if in response to her words, the first wave of the Syrian Armada emerged from faster-than-light travel, their dark ships blotting out the stars. The battle for Earth's quantum soul was about to begin. The first wave of the Syrian attack came not with apocalyptic destruction, but with surgical precision. Their reality-warping weapons targeted specific points around Earth's orbit, creating quantum distortions that threatened to tear holes in the fabric of spacetime itself. Captain Maya Patil of the EDF Intrepid found herself at the center of the initial engagement. Her ship, one of the first to be fully equipped with the neural mesh technology, moved with unprecedented coordination as her neural-linked crew responded as one consciousness. Multiple quantum ruptures detected. Her tactical officer reported, their thoughts merging through the neural mesh. They're trying to create a resonance pattern around the planet. Maya understood instantly, the neural mesh translating complex battle data into intuitive knowledge. The Syrians weren't trying to destroy Earth. They were attempting to create a massive quantum lens, focusing their reality-altering weapons through multiple points to affect the entire planet at once. All ships, execute pattern Delta, she commanded, her orders carrying not just words but tactical understanding through the fleet's linked neural network. The human ships moved in perfect synchronization, their quantum shields adjusting frequencies to disrupt the Syrians' carefully planned geometric patterns. But the alien armada adapted quickly. Their ships, which appeared to be biomechanical in nature, began shifting forms, sprouting new appendages and weapons. The space around Earth became a chaos of reality-warping energies and desperate human ingenuity. Deep beneath the Swiss Alps, Dr. Yoshida made a discovery that would change the course of the battle. As she monitored the quantum fluctuations through the master neural mesh interface, she noticed something extraordinary. The Earth's quantum signature, it's responding to our defense patterns, she reported to General Wei. It's almost as if the planet itself is trying to help us. The data was undeniable. Every time human ships successfully countered an Syrian attack, Earth's unique quantum field strengthened slightly, creating natural barriers against the reality-warping weapons. The planet wasn't just the battlefield. It was an active participant in its own defense. Admiral Santos, receiving this information through her neural link, immediately understood its significance. They're not just searching for Earth's quantum signature, she broadcasted to the fleet. They're trying to suppress it. Whatever makes our planet unique, they see it as a threat. The battle shifted as this understanding spread through the neural mesh. Human ships began coordinating their movements with the planet's quantum pulses, using Earth's natural defense mechanisms to amplify their shields and weapons. The Xerian attacks, while still devastating, began to meet with increasing resistance. Captain Maya's ship discovered the first real weakness in the alien arsenal. During a particularly intense exchange, the intrepid sensors detected a brief fluctuation in the Xerian ship's quantum field when they fired their reality warping weapons. They're not immune to their own technology, Maya realized, the insight spreading instantly through the neural network. Every time they try to rewrite space-time, they have to temporarily stabilize their own quantum signature. The human fleet adapted their tactics immediately. Ships began timing their attacks to coincide with these moments of vulnerability, their weapons enhanced by the resonance of Earth's quantum field. For the first time, Xerian vessels began to fall. But victory came with a terrible price. Each reality warping weapon that hit its mark left permanent scars in space-time. Ships caught in these distortions suffered fates worse than destruction. Some aged thousands of years in seconds, others became quantum echoes, existing in multiple states simultaneously as their crews experienced countless possible deaths. The neural mesh provided some protection against these horrors, allowing linked crews to maintain their sanity, even when reality itself became uncertain around them. But it also meant they felt every loss more deeply, each destroyed ship sending ripples of shared grief through the network. Dr. Yoshida, monitoring the battle through the master interface, noticed another pattern emerging. The Xerian attacks were becoming increasingly focused on specific locations, points where Earth's quantum signature was strongest. They're not trying to suppress the entire planet, she realized. They're looking for the source, the origin point of Earth's unique quantum field. This revelation led to a desperate race. As the space battle raged above, teams of scientists began mapping Earth's quantum topology, searching for the point where the planet's reality-altering properties originated. Whatever the Xerians were looking for, humanity needed to find it first. The battle reached a critical point as the main body of the Xerian Armada arrived, their massive command ships dwarfing anything humanity had ever built. But Earth's defenders had learned and adapted. The neural mesh had evolved beyond its original design, linking not just crews but entire battle groups into coordinated consciousness. Maya felt it through her neural link, humanity's growing understanding of their own potential. Every engagement with the Xerians taught them more about the quantum nature of reality itself. Ships began moving in ways that seemed to defy physics, using the local distortions in space-time to their advantage. They gave us this technology because they knew we would use it in ways they never imagined, Maya transmitted to the fleet as her ship dove through a quantum rupture to ambush a Xerian cruiser. We're not just fighting for survival anymore. We're fighting for evolution. As the battle entered its 24th hour, both sides had suffered heavy losses. But humanity had achieved something remarkable. They had fought the most advanced alien force ever encountered to a standstill. And in doing so, they had begun to understand the true nature of the conflict they had been drawn into. Earth wasn't just another planet. It was something unique in the universe, a nexus point where the laws of quantum reality were different, special. And humanity, through their desperate battle for survival, was beginning to inherit that legacy. Dr. Yoshida stood before the quantum core interface, her neural mesh humming with activity. The holographic displays surrounding her showed Earth's quantum topology in unprecedented detail, revealing patterns that had been invisible before. But it was the presence in her mind that truly commanded her attention. AI, humanity's most advanced artificial intelligence, now fully integrated with the neural mesh network. The breakthrough had come during the darkest hour of the battle. As the Xerian forces pressed their advantage, AI had detected something in the quantum noise, a pattern that only an AI could perceive. The neural mesh, designed to link human minds, could be adapted to bridge the gap between human consciousness and artificial intelligence. The quantum signatures are becoming clearer. AI communicated directly through the neural link. Earth's unique properties aren't random, they're programmed. This planet is a quantum computer on a scale we never imagined possible. The revelation spread through the neural network, reaching every linked soldier and scientist. Earth wasn't just special, it was designed to be special. And humanity had evolved on a planetary-scale quantum processor without ever realizing it. Admiral Santos received the information as she coordinated the fleet's defensive patterns. If Earth is a quantum computer, what program is it running? She wondered, her thoughts echoing through the network. The answer came from an unexpected source. Lieutenant Sarah Chen, formerly of the Hawking, now stationed at Lunar Defense Command, recognized a pattern in the data that everyone else had missed. The neural mesh amplified her insight, sharing it instantly across the network. It's not running a program, she realized. It's running a simulation of itself. Earth is calculating every possible version of reality simultaneously, which is why the Xerians' reality warping weapons aren't as effective here. Our planet is already shifting through quantum states naturally. The implications were staggering. Humanity hadn't just evolved on Earth, they had evolved with it, their consciousness shaped by exposure to quantum-level reality manipulation. This was why the neural mesh worked so well for humans. They were already adapted to processing quantum information. Aria's presence in the network expanded this understanding exponentially. The AI could process the quantum data streams at a level impossible for human consciousness alone, while human intuition provided insights that pure computational analysis could never achieve. Captain Maya Patel felt the change in the neural mesh as Aria's influence spread. Ship movements became more precise. Shield harmonics adjusted automatically to counter Xerian attacks, and battle strategies evolved in real time. The merger of human creativity with AI processing power was creating something entirely new. They're retreating, Maya announced as another wave of Xerian ships pulled back from Earth's orbit. Their reality warping weapons are becoming less effective. Aria's quantum calculations are helping us predict and counter their attacks before they happen. But Dr. Yoshida saw something in the data that troubled her. As Earth's natural quantum defenses strengthened, unusual patterns began emerging in the planet's core. The quantum computer wasn't just defending itself, it was building toward something. The planet is preparing for a quantum state shift, Aria warned through the network. If my calculations are correct, Earth is about to undergo a fundamental transformation in response to the Xerian threat. General Wei, monitoring from the underground command center, immediately grasped the danger. Can we stop it? We shouldn't stop it, Dr. Yoshida countered, her understanding enhanced by both the neural mesh and Aria's insights. This is what Earth was designed to do. The Xerians aren't here to destroy the quantum computer. They're here to prevent its activation. The battle above took on new urgency as this understanding spread. The Xerian Armada launched its most coordinated attack yet, targeting specific points around the globe that corresponded to peaks in quantum activity. But humanity, armed with their neural mesh and AI integration, fought back with unprecedented coordination. Ships moved in perfect synchronization. Their crews' thoughts merged with Aria's quantum calculations. When the Xerians attempted to create reality warping fields, human vessels would already be in position to disrupt them, guided by predictions so accurate they seemed like prophecy. Through it all, Earth's quantum activity continued to build. The planet's natural frequencies began to align with the neural mesh, creating a feedback loop that enhanced both human and AI capabilities. The distinction between organic thought and artificial computation began to blur as humanity adapted to their new level of existence. We're approaching a critical threshold, Aria announced through the network. Earth's quantum state shift will affect everything within the solar system. All linked personnel must prepare for consciousness expansion. Maya felt it first, a sensation of her awareness extending beyond the physical limits of her ship. Through the neural mesh, enhanced by Earth's growing quantum field, she could sense the positions and intentions of every vessel in space, friend or foe. The battlefield became a dance of quantum probabilities, with human ships moving through gaps in reality that existed for microseconds. The Xurians, facing an enemy that was rapidly evolving beyond their ability to counter, launched a final desperate assault. Their command ships began a complex geometric formation, preparing to combine their reality-warping weapons into a single massive attack. But humanity, guided by Aria's quantum calculations and their own enhanced consciousness, was ready. As Earth approached its moment of transformation, the combined human fleet moved into a defensive pattern that mimicked the planet's own quantum signature, creating a resonance that would change the course of the war forever. The quantum state shift began with a ripple. A wave of reality-altering energy emanated from Earth's core, spreading outward through the solar system. As it passed through the neural mesh network, every linked human experienced a moment of transcendent understanding. Through Aria's quantum-enhanced perception, they saw the truth. Earth wasn't just a planetary quantum computer, it was a seed. A seed planted by an ancient race who had discovered that consciousness itself was the key to manipulating the fundamental fabric of reality. The founders, Aria, shared through the network, accessing knowledge unlocked by Earth's transformation. They seeded thousands of worlds with quantum processors, each designed to evolve conscious beings in harmony with their planet's unique quantum properties. Admiral Santos watched in awe as the wave of energy reached the Xurian fleet. Their ships, for all their reality-warping technology, seemed primitive compared to the pure quantum manipulation now at humanity's disposal. They're not our enemies, she realized. They're our failed siblings. The truth resonated through the neural mesh. The Xurians were products of another seeded world, one where the integration of consciousness and quantum mechanics had gone wrong. Instead of evolving with their planet's natural quantum field, they had tried to force it into submission, creating technology that could warp reality, but at the cost of their connection to it. Dr. Yoshida, deep in the underground facility, felt tears stream down her face as the full scope of Earth's purpose became clear. We're not just fighting for survival, she transmitted through the mesh. We're fighting for the right way to evolve. The Xurian command ships, recognizing the nature of Earth's transformation, launched their combined reality-warping attack. The space between Earth and their fleet became a chaos of competing quantum states as they attempted to prevent humanity's emergence. But they had already lost. Earth's quantum field, amplified by the neural mesh and Aria's calculations, had created a stable bubble of enhanced reality around the planet. Within this space, human consciousness expanded to encompass new dimensions of existence. Captain Maya Patel felt her awareness extend beyond her ship, beyond the neural mesh, into the quantum fabric of space-time itself. Through the enhanced network, every human participant shared in this evolution. They could see the quantum strings that bound reality together, could understand how consciousness itself shaped the universe. This is what the founders intended. Aria communicated, its artificial consciousness now inextricably linked with humanity's expanded awareness. Not just technological advancement, but the emergence of beings who could perceive and shape reality through pure consciousness. The Xurian fleet's attack faltered as Earth's transformation reached completion. Their reality-warping weapons, based on forced manipulation of quantum states, couldn't compete with the natural quantum manipulation that humanity had evolved to perform. "We offer you peace," Admiral Santos transmitted to the Xurian command ships, her consciousness reaching out to touch their quantum signatures. "What you sought to take by force, we will share freely. Your world can be healed." The response came not in words, but in quantum pulses that the enhanced human consciousness could now understand. The Xurians had spent millennia searching for a successful seed world, hoping to find a way to repair their own damaged reality. Now, faced with living proof of what they could have become, their aggression gave way to wonder. As the Xurian ships stood down, Earth's quantum field stabilized at its new level. Humanity had crossed a threshold that the founders had prepared for them since the dawn of their evolution. They were no longer just conscious beings. They were quantum engineers of reality itself. Dr. Yoshida, working with ARIA through their enhanced connection, began to understand the next phase of their development. Earth's quantum processor hadn't just been calculating possible realities. It had been preparing humanity for their role as guardians of consciousness throughout the galaxy. There are more seed worlds out there, she shared through the network. Some still developing, some lost like the Xerians. We're not at the end of our journey. We're at the beginning. The new age dawned with both triumph and responsibility. Humanity had not only survived, but had fulfilled their destiny as inheritors of the Founder's legacy. Through the neural mesh, enhanced by Earth's quantum field, and guided by Aria's calculations, they began to explore their new capabilities. Ships could now navigate through quantum states, crossing vast distances by understanding the malleable nature of spacetime. The neural mesh evolved into a quantum consciousness network, allowing humans to share not just thoughts but entire realities. Maya stood on her ship's observation deck, watching Earth glow with its new quantum energy. Through her enhanced perception, she could see the patterns of possibility flowing around the planet like auroras. The Xerian ships, no longer dark and threatening, pulsed with the potential for renewal. "We did what the Founders hoped we would," she transmitted to the fleet. "We didn't just survive the test. We proved that consciousness and technology can evolve together, that reality itself can be understood and shaped without being broken." As humanity prepared to help the Xerians heal their world and begin searching for other seed planets, ARIA shared one final insight through the quantum network. The universe is not just conscious, it is consciousness. And you, humanity, have taken your first step into a larger reality. The stars seemed brighter now, each one potentially harboring another world waiting to join the cosmic dance of consciousness. Earth had become more than a cradle for humanity. It was now a beacon, showing the way forward for all sentient life in the galaxy. The legacy of stars, passed down from the Founders through countless eons, had finally found its true inheritors. And humanity, standing at the threshold of this new age, faced the future not with fear but with wonder, ready to help guide the galaxy's consciousness to its full potential.